Hi there, Scorpio. How are you? At Star Baby, something before that, but I definitely remember Star Baby. Welcome to White Sky Tarot. I'm super grateful for your comments and so forth in relation to the post I made where I offered to do a separate reading for the subscribers. Scorpio, I'm super grateful to be here and I can't wait to get these cards going for you. Michelle here, obviously, and Scorpio, what I want to do for you is actually do two different readings, and I'll use some different cards. And what you can do is let me know in the comments what reading resonated with you the most, what cards you like the most, and yeah. Let me know actually what you like about the reading, so then I can make it even better for you next time. All right, Scorpio, I will start with a card to lay the foundation for the reading, and we'll just see what comes out, and then I'll do another reading for you too and see what comes out. So take what resonates. Hopefully one of them resonates with you. So one card for the beautiful Scorpio, please. Okay, that one there. What do we have? Six of Swords. Okay, the Six of Michael. So it says here, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Relocation or travel. Okay, Scorpio, what have you got on your mind at the moment? Let's see what the other cards are obviously showing as well. But the Six of Swords is, see, one right there for your King of Cups. Before I continue, Scorpio, that is your energy. The King of Cups. He is super in touch with his emotions, but also straight to the point in terms of going for what he wants, what fulfill his heart. Let's see what else comes out, and we will tie it all together. Actually, I'll put here Six of Michael, Six of Swords, the King of Cups. He flew out. Definitely wanted to show in your own reading there, Scorpio. All right, let's get a few more cards. I just want to get here, definitely showing. All right, we'll just see what comes out, Scorpio, and we will go through the cards, what they mean, and we will tie it all together. Okay, so a couple more cards for Scorpio. They're actually really moving the cards, so there might be something of interest in this one here. I'll put that up here just to make sure that you can see them. Actually, I want a couple more cards for you, Scorpio. A couple more cards for Scorpio, please. And obviously, if we need to, we will clarify afterwards. A couple more cards for Scorpio. This one want to come with. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's see what we have, Scorpio. So the Six of Swords to start with could have been a little bit of a rough time, but your energy comes out. So let's have a look. Okay, the Knight of Cups. Okay, the Knight of Cups is an offer that gives you some kind of emotional satisfaction. It could be a person coming with some kind of offer, or it could be an offer in any area of your life, something that makes you feel really good. The Knight of Cups himself, obviously you got the King here and you got the Knight of Cups, both your energy, your water energy. So it's super interesting that we have both the Knight and the King at this point in time. So the King is a bit more emotional, intelligent compared to the Knight, but that could just be an offer and not a person. Let's have a look at them. Wow, Scorpio, what's going on for you? You've got a lot of energy. So this one here, the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is brutally honest. Communication is her forte. Swords are the energy of communication. She cuts things and matters, situations, people out that does not serve her. But she's honest, but she's just more in her logical mind than her emotional mind, which is a contrast to the King and the Knight of Cups. They are more in their heart space. She's more in her mind. Okay, so the Ten of Swords, it's a little bit related to that Six of Swords as well. It could be that you have had a little bit of a rough time, Scorpio, and this is now coming to an end, which is great. You want the 10 and not the 9, because the 9, you can still be stuck in that mental energy where it's not the most pleasant. But when we get to a 10, it is an ending of of a hard time. So, and underneath the Knight of Cups, we have the Five of Coins. So the Five of Coins is a matter of either in general not feel included in something, having the feeling of being left out of something within your family, friends, co-workers, or it could just be that in relation to money, it's not looking as bright as you want it to be right at this point in time. And it could be that in relation to money, there is somebody offering you something that makes you feel better about the situation. But we will clarify them. We need some clarification cards for these ones. Underneath the Queen of Swords, we have the Ace of Cups. Wow, Scorpio, you're not messing around. You are really showing up in your own reading, which I absolutely love. Ace of Cups, you've got the King of Cups, you've got the Knight of Cups. The Ace of Cups is just a beautiful card when it comes to matters of the heart. It could be love, but it could also just be family, friends, people around you making you feel good after a really rough time. So Scorpio, I want to clarify and find out what it is that has been so tough. So let's get a couple of clarification cards. I want one for the Ten of Swords. Okay, this one, oh, okay, I'll take two. They really wanted to come out. I've got two there for the Ten of Swords, and I want one for Scorpio for the Five of Coins, please. Just one, okay, right, all right. Okay, so I will turn them around and we will have a look at them. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is super aligned, Scorpio. So you have the Ten of Swords. As I said, that was an ending of something that's been super rough. And then you get the Ten of Wands, which is burdens. In the original Rider-Waite deck, he is carrying all these 10 wands. He can't see where he's going, but he's just carrying that burden, and he knows it's just a matter of time before he can put those 10 wands down somewhere. And with that comes the Ace of Cups, and you already have the Ace of Cups over here. So whatever has been a bit tough, I don't know how long that's been going on for, obviously, but if it has been a bit tough the last week or month or however long that's been, Scorpio, that is definitely coming to an end. And I think you have, this Knight of Cups might be one who is coming with something that makes you feel better about the situation. So if it's either him coming with something, that can also be a woman, obviously, or the energy of the card, or it can be the Queen of Swords, because you've got the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so there might be somebody in, maybe a female, who's straight to the point, who is coming with some truths for you in relation to these tough times. Maybe she's also the one who's offering you a bit of support, which makes you feel calmer. She's more logical, where you perhaps you might have been a lot in your heart space, and it's been hard to get out of it. That might be where you have found yourself a little bit stuck with the Five of Coins. So if something's been super hard and you have found yourself in a situation where it's been hard for you to move on from that, this Queen of Swords could have given you a couple of truth bumps, to make you feel a bit better about the situation, or see it from a logical perspective. Okay, so this one here that set the tone of the reading, which was Six of Six of Swords, it says here, there's light at the end of the tunnel, breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. So maybe it might not be a long distance relocation or travel, but maybe you have had a hard time moving away from something or someone that has made it feel really hard on your heartstrings. But Scorpio, the Ace of Cups, you are not far off from feeling super complete and satisfied. So maybe it's just a matter of you getting out of your heartstrings and see the situation or the people who caused that difficult situation for you. Just see it from a bit of a logical perspective. Like, yes, it was not meant to be. And you know that now that you've had a different perspective, perhaps from a Queen of Swords in your surroundings, in your family, your friends, a co-worker, that you know now that the right thing to do is to move away from that and leave those super heavy burdens behind. That is reflected in the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. But it looks really good. It looks like it's been super hard for you, Scorpio, but it also looks like it's going to be something, a blessing of some kind that really makes you feel good in the end. Because this is not half done satisfaction, if you can say. This is really beautiful times with the Ace of Cups. Something that makes you super happy. Let's just have a look at, I really want a unicorn card for you, and then I'll go on to the next reading for you. It might end up being an extension. We never know. It really depends on what's coming out, but we will have a look at another reading for you and see what that shows. It might show us where you're heading after this beautiful, beautiful times. When you leave all that stuff behind, where you're going next, but we'll have a look for you. Okay, just one card for the amazing Scorpio, please. Okay, doesn't really want to show. Come on, please. One card for the Scorpio. Okay, that one. Let's do it. Scorpio, a card from the unicorn deck. Miracles. Ah, that is just beautiful. Have faith that your miracle is on the way. Your prayers have been heard, have been answered. Surrender the how. That is beautiful after we've just talked about the Ace of Cups and how that will make you look back and say, you know what, that was tough, but I'm now in a place where it is just beautiful going forward. Okay, amazing, amazing. All right, Scorpio, what I will do, I will just put these ones away quickly and then I'll move straight into your next reading. So bear with me while I just get these ones moved away. All right, so what I actually, I'll just shuffle these ones here. I don't like when they're not shuffled. They need to just be ready for if we would like to use them again. Okay. The other ones here I have shuffled already. I'll get another deck and I will start all over. What I will do in this second reading, Scorpio, I will just get a moon card to start with actually. And that can kind of lay the foundation for this reading. And you can let me know whether you like the unicorn deck or the moon deck or both of them. But let's take one card here from the moon deck and see what that says for a tone for the reading. One card for the beautiful Scorpio, please. This one. All right. Believe in the impossible. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Believe in the impossible, Scorpio. Okay, we just had the other reading where we talked about that it had been a bit tough, but you're going towards something incredibly and beautiful. Oh, that's like they're upside down. That doesn't really matter. I don't read reversal, sorry. I'm just going to turn the right way because I read intuitively. That's funny. The Queen of Swords was just in your other reading before. If she's meant to come out, she will come out again, 100%. Okay, this one is definitely, that was jumping. There are two. We'll keep them. Okay, and just one more for now for Scorpio, please. There's a lot of messages for you, Scorpio. They are pretty energetic. Okay, just one more for Scorpio, please. Okay, this one. All right, beautiful. All right, let's see what we've got. Queen of Pentacles. All right, Queen of Pentacles, it's earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. However, she is very settled. She is one who is weighing up pros and cons in everything she does. Perhaps a little bit slow to make a decision sometimes because she is very analytic and wants to make sure everything is right. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So working for her money, working for her family, working toward what makes her financially stable. The second one out, oh, Six of Wands. Six of Wands is either where you are looking back at how you handled a situation or people around you and you're like, whew, I did really well right here. And right now, you give yourself a little pat on the shoulder, or it could be recognition from people around you, in your family, at work, friends. So we will have a look at where that comes from, if it's yourself saying, oh, job well done, or from people around you. Five of Pentacles. Scorpio, we just had that in the other reading, and that was where you feel a little bit upset, a little bit left out. But we have this Six of Wands. So I actually think that you're looking back at a time and thinking, oh, this was super hard. And it might have to do with your finances. this was super hard, but gosh, I made it, or I did it, or it's going so much better now than I thought it would be. Let's get some clarification cards for these ones. I like this one here. Let's have a quick look at, whoopsie, I'm throwing them all around. Scorpio, let's have a quick look at some clarification cards for those ones. And I need a clarification card for the Queen of Coins, please. Queen of Pentacles. And for the Five of Coins, please. Clarification card for the Five of Coins. And a clarification card for the Six of Wands as well. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see what's here. All right, so the Queen of Coins. In your last reading, we had quite a few people or energies. We had the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. And now you have the Queen of Pentacles showing up. Let's see what she is. Interesting. So this is the Fool. The Fool is obviously completely different to the Queen of Pentacles, because I said just before when I explained what she's about, I mentioned that it's really hard for her to start something new because she's weighing up pros and cons all the time, so it can take a long time to move on. The Fool is completely opposite. He is taking a leap of faith. He's just trusting that the guides above has his back, and people and situations will work out for the best. So let's see what else comes up. I'm interested to see what this Five of Pentacles is clarified with, because we had that in the other reading as well. It's clarified with the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is, he has turned himself upside down to gain enlightenment. He's contemplating his next move because he's been through something that's been super tough. And now he just needs to just time out, be present, and make sure that he gain enlightenment in terms of his steps going forward. Yeah, I think you were super stuck in the past. But I think maybe you were, Scorpio. Maybe you were a little bit stuck in terms of your money situation, or you wanted to take a leap of faith, but you were so focused on your money, so you didn't take that leap of faith, and now you are contemplating how you can find a balance to get yourself moving and not be stuck. Okay, let's clarify the Six of Wands and see where we go with this. Seven of Pentacles. I think there's something financial that you're working on. Seven of Pentacles is where you take steps to, plant the seeds, basically, where you take steps to work towards what you want. I think it's a bit of a financial reading, this last one here. I think you've been a bit stuck with your finances, or stuck in your mind in terms of what to do. Maybe you're in a job or in a situation where the money is good, but you feel super stuck, and you feel like you just want to move on to something greater, perhaps, or maybe your own business, or maybe you have an idea already that you've planted the seeds, but you have a hard time getting it off the ground because you need money to do what you want to do, and you know what you got, but you don't know what you will get if you take that leap of faith. But I wouldn't be scared because you've got the Six of Wands here. So I still believe that you have either moved past this and you are happy to do small steps going forward after you've been stuck, or there are people around you who are finally congratulating you for taking that step toward what it is you want, and that's why you planted those seeds. It's super interesting. I still feel like I still want to clarify. I still want to clarify a little bit. I just want a couple more. I want a couple more cards for you, Scorpio, because this one is. I want a couple more cards. I just want to see what the outcome is. If you have what you're working toward, what you can do to make it even better. Let's see what kind of advice have we got going forward for Scorpio, please. I just need 2 cards for Scorpio. 2 cards for Scorpio, please. Okay, 1. And another one for Scorpio. Come on, another one. Yeah. All right. All right, so what have we got here to send you away with, Scorpio? I think you've been, I think you've been stuck. But I think you want to move on, and I think you've taken the steps, but you're to go toward what you want, but you're not 100% there yet. You're still contemplating what you should do. All right, so the first one is yourself. The King of Cups. He is the one who is in his heart space a lot. Scorpio, that's your energy. And 7 of Pentacles. Okay, I don't get much more clarification out of this. So we have the King of Cups as your energy. We've got 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Planting those seeds to move toward what it is you want. I think you know what you need to do. You're just a little bit worried about taking that next step. Scorpio, do it. Take that next step. Don't be too worried about what's laying ahead. It looks really beautiful. Plus, the very beginning of the reading, this second reading, believe in the impossible. Scorpio, I hope one of these readings resonated with you. Let me know what you thought of them. Which one could have resonated with you more than the other, perhaps? What cards you liked the most? Let me know. Scorpio, thank you so much for stopping by once again. Very grateful, always. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, Scorpio.